Filling up the top of your funnel is just as important as getting a really low CPA. Most people don't even think much about the top of the funnel ads. I'm going to show you how to get 50 to nearly 80% off on those top funnel ads right now. Okay, so what you're looking at right now is a ad, and it's on the ad set level. It's within a campaign. It's a lookalike audience geared towards purchases. It's doing like dog shit. It's $85 spent, but this is a very early ad, and it's still early in it's in its infancy state. So it's still accruing data and all that good stuff. But the reason for showing this and just looking at it, and I've got a couple other examples, but I wanted to just really look at this one, was the CPM and why it's so damn cheap right now on advertising on Instagram stories for both Android and iPhone. So if you can see on here the arrows, these are pointing to the CPMs. Right here, we've got the placement for Instagram stories on Androids, and we've got Instagram stories on iPhones. I mean, look at that, $2.35, $1.07 for 1,000 impressions. And if you compare this right now to Facebook on the news feed on an iPhone, it's $11 right there. If you compare it to the news feed for an Android smartphone, $9.70 right there. I mean, damn, look at that. The numbers speak for itself. Look at how many more impressions that were achieved by using Instagram story placement on Android and iPhone versus Facebook's newsfeed, and the costs that were incurred as well. It looks like for most of my analysis on ads and campaigns that Instagram story audiences, they're also more engaged. They're not just scrolling through their feed, randomly passing you by and not engaging. They're much more engaged. They're a better audience because they spend more and they have a little bit more higher intent, it seems, as well to purchase. They're adding to cart more. They're actually adding their payment info. We'll scoop those people back up on our retargeting ads. But I mean, damn, just look at that. $1.07 for 1,000 impressions on Instagram stories. I mean, seriously, think about that. This is 1,000 impressions to an audience that I've designated and I have targeted, and I've specified the specific parameters to Facebook to deliver my ad to this specific audience. Now, when I go to the newsfeed on desktop, $8.54. Newsfeed on Android, $9.70. Newsfeed on iPhone, $11.29. I mean, look at that, $11.29 to deliver your ad to 1,000 people on an iPhone on Facebook newsfeed versus paying $2.35 to deliver your ad to that same audience on an iPhone on Instagram stories. So if I'm delivering my ad to the same exact person, whether they're on Facebook newsfeed, they're on Instagram newsfeed, they're on Instagram stories, I mean, think about it. I'm still reaching the same person. I mean, what's the point and what's the sense in advertising much on Facebook newsfeed on the iPhone or the Android with CPMs that cost that high? I mean, at $1.07, I could get my ad in front of 10,000 people for less than 1,000 people on an iPhone in their newsfeed on Facebook. I mean, look at that. I could get my ad to the same 10,000 people, and on Facebook newsfeed on an iPhone, I would have to pay $100 to reach those same 10,000 people. I mean, just from a numbers aspect, that's what we always go to as digital marketers and advertisers. We go to the numbers and we go towards the tangible numbers that the data is telling us. And sometimes there's false positives, sometimes there's not, but this isn't one of those false positive situations. This is a situation where Facebook has extremely discounted their Instagram story placements. And Why do you think that is? Well, it's because they don't have much inventory to show to their users. So a super low amount of inventory on Instagram stories means that it's going to be cheaper for advertisers to bid on ads there for that placement versus the news feed on both Android and iPhone, where it's flooded with businesses that are bidding, and a lot don't even know what they're doing, but they're on automatic bidding, but they're bidding against almost like probably 70% more or 70 times more businesses in comparison to Instagram stories. So basically, there's a third of businesses that are on Instagram stories right now, and those numbers are directly from a Facebook rep that I had a conversation with earlier in the week for a conference call. She said that only a third of the businesses are on Instagram stories right now, and this data tells you that. So let me ask you this. If I give you $100 and I said, listen, I need 100,000 people to see my video, or I need 100,000 people, I need 100,000 impressions. I mean, where are you going to go? Are you going to go to Facebook newsfeed and try and get that? Or would you go to possibly Instagram stories? I mean, there's even some cheaper options here, Audience Network, but we all know Audience Network is pretty much dog shit and doesn't really work that well. But even look at this. Instagram stories on an Android tablet, 96 cents. On the Android smartphone even is $1.07. That is so damn cheap. I almost hate saying it because when other marketers and advertisers like myself or whatever talk about these kinds of strategies and point this stuff out, it's like waving a big red flag to other marketers and advertisers, and then everybody else starts joining it, and then you drive the cost up on your ads. So it's not necessarily a good thing to be talking about it, but I mean, there's enough other people talking about it I've seen as well lately that I don't think it really matters. And to be honest, there's enough business to go around. There's enough business out there that it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. I'm just talking about stuff that I know, stuff that I see. So this isn't anything revolutionary. I'm just breaking down data. The reason I got to this and I pulled this information up was because I had an ad that was it was a graphic, and it wasn't anything great, but it had some ad copy in it that I didn't add to the actual graphic. So that means that Facebook rendered that ad in Instagram stories. So I looked at it and I was like, wow, that ad looks pretty shitty. I don't think I would ever click on that. And once I looked at it and I broke it down, I was like, weird. Look at the numbers. I thought this ad was complete crap, and turns out that even an ad being complete crap and being total dog shit, it's still getting like 10 times less. What is that, 10 times less? I don't know. My brain's fried from all the work this week and meetings and conference calls. Whatever the numbers are, it's substantially discounted in comparison to Facebook newsfeed. And this is for an ad that isn't even that fantastic. It's not, one of your knock it out of the park type of ads. But, I mean, this information and data is just incredible for maybe other business owners or marketers who are potentially struggling right now with clients, trying to deliver good results. If you're going to the Facebook newsfeed right now during the holidays, during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and the fourth quarter, you're going to pay substantially more for your ads. I would definitely try out Instagram stories, which just also goes to show you, if you don't have a video strategy right now that's in place, or some sort of video plan for your clients or yourself, you're about to get just totally steamrolled in ads, and your ads are probably going to eventually start to get pretty expensive, because Facebook is really discounting and hooking up the advertisers that are using video and utilizing video. Man, these numbers are just crazy. Use Instagram stories. Try it out. Get a good video done. If you need a videographer, I've got one. send me a message and I'll give you their details, their information. There's plenty of other ones out there if you need one. This camera that you see me on right now, super clear, all, mic, the whole lighting setup, everything. I mean, there's a reason specifically why I've personally invested in really good camera equipment and lighting and sound and getting all my stuff super professional so that I can go after these customers that are on these platforms using video, because I know that all this is going to come back to me in terms of revenue and clients that want me to produce video for them on Instagram stories or Facebook feed or whatever. But y'all give a try out on Instagram stories. And if you do try it, run it for a week or so. Let me know how it goes. Leave a comment and make sure to follow me on all my other channels where I talk about more and more tips, hacks, and other good information to get your ads really pumping and get your revenue coming in. See ya.